everyone, Sabrina here from Scrappy Tails Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another product showcase reveal of our new summer collection called Set Sail. This has a beautiful nautical theme to it, and it was inspired by my dad, who loves all sorts of sailboats, beach theme, nautical themed imagery. And recently, the past month, he received a life-saving kidney transplant. So it's really special that I'm able to dedicate this whole collection to him. And it's also nice because it is a more masculine themed collection. Don't get me wrong, a lot of the dies you can use for just basic summer cards, but I love that the majority of the dies can be used to create more masculine and also sympathy card designs, which I also struggle with. So my goal going into this was to kind of create a serene, peaceful, not super girly collection, and I think it turned out really nice. And it's a huge collection. Let me just hold up all the products we have to get through. I did make this release a little bit larger than my past couple ones because this is supposed to last me until until August. I will have a mini little surprise in July, but otherwise this one is going to last a little bit longer than typical, and that's why I made it so big. There's actually 2 card kits, including our first ever pop-up deluxe card kit, which I'll start with at the beginning of this video. But before we start, I do want to mention that I am giving away 2 $50 gift cards to 2 lucky winners who leave a comment letting me know what their favorite product is. And also, if you're in the live chat, I'm premiering this video, I'm going to give away one $25 gift card at the end of the live. So stay till the very end so that you can potentially win that gift card. One other cute little announcement to all my cat lovers out there. I recently acquired a little kitten that my boyfriend found on the side of the road. She was drenched from the rain. And she's only about 5 weeks old now, so we don't know her gender. I'm calling her a girl. I'm hoping she's a girl. But either way, I'm going to name her Goose because I already have 2 Siamese cats named Maverick and Charlie. So this is just going to continue the Top Gun theme. So anyway, that's Goose. I'm sure you're going to see her in the future. It's always exciting when we get new pets. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this product showcase. All right, so I am going to start this video off a little differently. Usually I show the pop-up first and then the coordinating add-ons that go with it. But with this new pop-up, it is actually standalone. So here I'm going to pull in our new pop-up lighthouse die set. And isn't this just beautiful? I do have more card samples that I'll show at the end of the video, so don't worry. I do like to show one sample as I show the die set because, as you can see, it doesn't really look like anything in the packaging until I point out what everything is. So what's nice about this is that there's no add-ons. It quite literally creates this exact lighthouse, and I did give you some different options to make them look different. So there's different window options, different doors. Obviously, you can change up your colors, add different textures to get a variety of different looks. And I'm going to show you 5 cards today. I also have 3 cards planned out where I'll actually make the light light up with Pear Blossom Press lights. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so in this die set, you get the actual base piece, the different layering pieces. These ones are different window options. This stripe goes at the bottom if you want that to be a different color. These are the rocks that I used. So you even get the rocks in this set, which I think is nice. This is the connector piece that you add to each side if you want it to be a slimline pop-up card. So this does fold flat and fits inside a 4x9 slimline envelope. And it's nice that it's a slimline pop-up because I haven't brought out one of those in quite a while. And this is just such a pretty design. I love it. Again, perfect for masculine and sympathy card designs. So some more layering pieces and then the different door options. These large pieces are the stripes. And then again, some more windows and tiny details that you can add. So What's also nice about the fact that it is standalone is that I'm able to combine it with some other products to create a deluxe pop-up card kit, which I've never done before. And in all honesty, it is probably my best valued kit because it includes this die. You know, I've never been able to include a pop-up in a card kit because there's normally add-ons that go with it that are usually also pretty large. And these dies cost more, and that's because they cost more for me to produce. So there has never been an opportunity to adjust the margins to include a pop-up in a card kit. It just isn't, it isn't financially allowable, if that's a word, for me to do until now, because it is by itself. So everything I'm about to show you is $150 worth of product for $120, including this pop-up die set. So it's honestly the best valued card kit I think I've ever brought out because of that reason. And that's about 20% worth of savings. So now let's talk about what else you get in the card kit. You get these tiny little gold embellishments, which are actually meant for nail art. And there's some different seashells, some starfish, palm trees, seahorses, just a bunch of cute, tiny embellishments, or honestly, shaker bits would be cute. I thought tucking some seashells into the rocks would be cute. So just something different and unique. I really like these. I also made a regular gem mix that looks like 4th of July, but honestly, when I think of lighthouses, I think of red, blue, and white lighthouses. So that's why I did this mix. Even if you don't use them together, you can definitely use the colors separately to embellish your different lighthouses. Then you get this small bird silhouette die set. You can see I used them on this card. You get the flying birds and then also the standing birds. So a simple set, but I think you can really add some detail to your lighthouses with this. Then you get a paper pad, and because this is a slimline pop-up, I knew I had to have a larger paper size, and I have been through different papers with my manufacturer. I think this is the perfect size for A7 card makers and slimline card makers. It is 6 by 8.5, and I really like it. I think I'm going to continue with this size. I did design every single product you see today. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video, including these papers. So you'll see in these papers that they are actual die sets and stamps that I've used in the collection that I've just made patterns with. I love this paper here. This can be a card by itself. And then it just repeats. This is a stencil you'll see later. Beautiful paper. Love the color scheme, and the size is perfect. By the way, this card kit is called Let's Celebrate, in case you were wondering. Then another new stencil size for us, some slimline stencils. So in this you get the anchor background, a horizontal stripe, and a diagonal stripe. So I thought that these would be nice if you wanted to add just a tiny bit of texture, maybe like tone on tone ink to, I guess, spruce up your lighthouses. And it's also just a great nautical essential set that you can use with any of the products that I show today. Then you also get this Guiding Light 6x8 stamp set. Again, this is one of my favorite stamps that I've drawn. I say that in every release, but I find that my style is kind of gravitating towards a more realistic, I guess, elegant style, which takes a lot longer for me to draw, but I love the end result. This pirate ship is my favorite image. It just, for some reason, it reminds me of my dad. I think he loves, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean and, you know, anything nautical themed. So this set is super beautiful. You get the lighthouse, the compass, the pirate ship, and then there's tons of lovely sentiments that again work for masculine cards as well as sympathy designs. So you get let hope be your lighthouse in stormy seas. In high tide or low tide, I'll always be by your side. Even in the worst of storms, you always guide me through the darkness. You are in my thoughts and prayers. Your light shines brighter than you know. You always point me in the right direction. Super cute for the compass and the lighthouse. With sympathy, let your light shine. Happy Father's Day, and I'd be lost without you. There's also some birds, some seashells. Just a beautiful stamp set. I love how this turned out. And then you also get the coordinating dies in this deluxe card kit, because nothing annoys me more than not having coordinating dies. And these do include the sentiments, which is nice. All right, and then yeah, that's the full card kit. So like I said, so in this kit, you get, again, 2 embellishments. This is like a blue-green pearl. Depending on, you know, how you shift it in the light, you'll get different looks with it. And then you get an all navy blue mix. This has pearls and rhinestones and gems in it. And this one's all pearl. Then you get the message in a bottle die set. This one's a little bit larger than what we typically put in our card kits. So usually our kits range between $60 to $70 worth of value. I think this one is like $69 for $40. So another great valued card kit. This one I love because you can do the simple bottle with the just the message, but you can also use the waves layering piece and put the ship inside it to get that more, in my opinion, masculine look. So really great versatile set. Then you get the set sail 6x6 pattern paper. This one is a monochromatic cream and navy blue pad. I can't get the sticker off of it, but here are some of the papers you get. And I will have a 10 card 1 kit video for both of the card kits coming in the next week or 2. All of our paper is also very shiny and heavyweight, so that's nice. All right, then you get the 6x6 Waves stencil. Remember, I showed that in the pattern paper. This is such a cool stencil, probably one of my favorite ones that I've designed. I can't wait to use this one. You also get a layering anchor stencil. So this includes the anchor, the rope that wraps around the anchor, and then this is like a border that you can add. Super cool. Then you get the set sail 6x8 stamp set. Again, this is in the same style as the guiding light stamp that I just showed, so both of those pair together very nicely. This again also has some very nice sentiments, including this large one that says, "A father is neither an anchor to hold us back nor a sail to take us there, but rather a guiding light whose love shows us the way." That is so pretty for Father's Day, and that's definitely what I'm going to be using for my dad this year. Then there's Happy Father's Day, you float my boat, hope your day is smooth sailing, let's celebrate, let your dreams set sail, thank you for being my lifesaver. So there is a couple Father's Day sentiments in these sets, but they definitely work for the entire summer. Then there's also some more seashells, a crab, an anchor, another beautiful stamp set. So that is what you get in the regular card kit. Then we do have another bundle with coordinating products. So this is not what I typically do, but I had this idea. I saw a tattoo of a map inside a scroll, and I'm like, that would be so cool as a stamp, stencil, and die combo. So here's the Caribbean map that I drew. It's in a more whimsical style. It's not as elegant as the other two, but it is still really cool. It has that masculine look to it. I also drew some like little boats and a little whale. So it's a little more whimsical. It's not just a plain old map, but this is the Caribbean. And then in this set, you also get the layering stencils to color the map. And there is 3 stencils in this set. So this colors like the majority of the land. Then this is the second layer to add more detail to the boats and to the compass down here, and also to the banner that says the Caribbean. And then this one is super cool because you can add the longitude and latitude lines to the map if you want to. I didn't draw the lines on the actual stamp because I thought it would be too busy, but I like that you have the option, you know, to do maybe like a light brown ink and then just give the hint of those lines with the stencil. So this set is really cool if you're into stenciling. I had a really fun time working with this, and I'm going to make some more cards with it soon. I will show you one sample I made. All right, and then you also get the actual scroll that you can stamp the map onto. This set also includes a beautiful layering compass, which is the same compass that I drew in the stamp set, that I just made it a little less detailed so that it would work as a die, but there are different layering pieces to make it a super detailed compass. There's also a little fountain pen. So I think this is great even without the map, but with the map, it's such a cool look. All right, so that's another bundle, 10% off this weekend, and then on Monday it goes down to 5%. That goes for all the bundles apart from the card kits because those are already reduced in price. So the other 10% bundle is this set. So this actually coordinates with the pop-up stand die set that we brought out in the last collection. In the last release, I only had the butterfly that worked inside that stand. So I knew I wanted to add some more add-ons to that and, you know, get some more looks from it. So for that pop-up stand, I made this anchor, the wheel, and the life preserver. Now these are great standalone dies as well. You don't have to have the pop-up stand, but I did design them for the stand. So here's the anchor. You get the main piece, and then the different rope pieces to layer on top. These are all A7 size, so they're nice large sets as usual. That is the anchor. Then this is the ship wheel. What I like about this one is I included some words, so you can write ahoy matey, seize the day, ahoy friend. So you can have that going all around the wheel. I thought that was a cute little touch. Then this is the life preserver. Also cute. I think having a little beach scene inside the circle would be adorable, so I have to try that out. Then to go with those, I made some hot foil nautical banners. So these ones have puns that go with the specific dies. So for the life preserver, I have waving hello. For the captain's wheel, I have let's celebrate. And then for the anchor, for the life preserver, I have you're a lifesaver. For the anchor, I have let's celebrate. And for the wheel, I have waving hello. Then I also included some basic banners like happy birthday, just for you, thank you so much, so that you can use this beyond summer. And the coordinating dies are also included so that you can cut these out. These are A7 size banners, and they perfectly cascade across these large images. So that's the other bundle I made. Again, 10% off this weekend. Then the rest of the products are standalone. So I wanted to make some more cover plate dies that would, again, work well for masculine cards as well as sympathy, because I do think lighthouses and boats have that serene, peaceful look to them that work well for sympathy designs. So this first one has a rope frame, really cool die. I used it in a lot of my pop-up books that I'm about to show you. Then you get the word dies that say thoughts and prayers, hope, and then there's some sentiment strips as dies. I have not seen a company that has done this yet, so I think it's kind of cool. And these sentiment strips work with the word dies. So there is you are in my thoughts and prayers, hope anchors the soul, sending loving thoughts, or you can do sending loving thoughts and prayers. Hope guides us through the storm. Really pretty, okay? Then we have the A7C, oh, this is A7 and this is A7 as well. This is the A7 seashell cover plate, and this might be my favorite die from the whole collection. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I spent a lot of time on this, adding all the tiny little dots onto the shells that give it that sense of realism that I absolutely love. I included some of the seashells separately if you want to add them, you know, into scenes or whatever, or you can pop them on top of the frame. And then this one includes with heartfelt sympathy. I like having those word dies already into the cover plates because I don't typically like buying them by themselves. So anyway, the next one is a slimline cover plate. This is the rope background. Again, I used that on a pattern paper you might have saw earlier. Super cool design, very intricate. You could even maybe cut some of these ropes off and have it or glue it onto the pop-up lighthouse. That might be a cool look. Then we have these layering marlins. So I'll be honest, I wanted to do a more, I wanted to have a couple more images that were fishing related because I, in the past year or two, have really gotten into fishing. I love fishing, but as I was getting deeper and deeper into this nautical collection, I kind of lost sight of the fishing theme. So next year, I can tell you now, I'm going to add on to these marlins and just do a more general fishing theme. But these are also very cool by themselves. These are some marlin fish. If you have a dad that likes to deep sea fish, this is a perfect die set. I love these fish. I can't wait to show you what those look like. All right, then we have the Beach Essentials die set. This one, you know, when I was designing it, I was like, do I want it? But I've been using this on all of my card designs because it's nice to have a couple clouds in the sky. There's some beach grass. This fence really frames in a scene nicely. So it just works with all the other dies that I've brought out to create some more intricate beach scenes with. I love this set. Then we have the layering pelicans. This was a popular one with the design team, so I'm expecting this one to be popular with you guys. Everyone loves the birds that I've brought out, so I'm gonna keep bringing out birds until I've ran out of birds to bring out. Pelicans are one of my favorites, so I have 2 layering birds here, and then there's also this like perch that they can sit on. You can also put the seagulls on the perch, so I also made this set with layering seagulls. These are a little smaller, so they work well with scenes. So yeah, very cute. I love how these turned out. They are a little more whimsical, but super cute nonetheless. Then the last die we have is the porthole. This is an A2 size, so if you're an A2 card maker, you might like this set more. But you get all the layering pieces to put, you know, to create a little beach, not a beach, but like an ocean sailboat scene inside the porthole. I just love portholes in general too, because you can create like scenes or beach scenes inside there. There's also some tiny little clouds. Then we have some more hot foil plates. This one creates a nautical badge, which is a cool design. And then these are separate. So you can have the sentiment by itself or the rope frame. So if you want to put another scene inside of that, that would be really cool. There is also a coordinating die, and this is, again, A7 sized. Then I wanted to have some shiny elements on my cards, so I thought having a basic background diagonal stripe would work well with the nautical theme, but also for really any holiday, especially Christmas. It can look like a candy cane maybe. So yeah. Then all that's left is the freebie. So if you spend $125 or more, you will get this Ahoy anchor for free while supplies last. And I do have quite a bit of these, so if you purchase this weekend, you'll definitely get one. Okay, and we also have some new embellishments. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So I went with like some blue and sand colors I also did solid red for the lighthouses. So here are the sand. Then we have some lighter blues and then some turquoise ocean green blue colors. And we did get a new type of gem that is pretty on both sides. It's very hard to describe, but it almost looks like a crystal. Then I have also some darker blue options. And I don't have any tins this time because I couldn't really find any that matched the theme. So I thought what would be fun is if you purchase 6 or more gems, you will receive a little seashell container. This is meant for like earrings and jewelry, but I've been using it to put my gems inside so that when I'm working on my project, I can just take my picker-upper tool, poke that in, and then start gluing my embellishments, and then this just keeps everything in one place. So I thought that was kind of fun and different because I couldn't find any tins this time. This is a nice little alternative. It's also nice if you are a design team member that takes pictures of their cards. Maybe you have like a summer or beach themed card. This is cute to have on the side. So I've been using this as a prop in my photos as well. So yes, that also finishes off the embellishments for this collection. All right, so that finishes the very, very large summer collection. All right, so now let's get to the fun part and show some card designs. Let's go ahead and show the lighthouses because I think, you know, the pop-ups are always the star of any release, and this one especially is just so cute. So all 3 of these I did design similarly, but they all have a different look because I use different colors, different windows. And as I was researching lighthouses, I learned that the different colors mean different things. So I think the blue means like that it's shallow water, the black means something, I forgot. I'll look it up, and when I do the tutorial on this, I will go over each color, but I thought that was kind of interesting. So yeah. Again, these do stand upright, but I think they'd be very cute, flat, slimline shaped cards as well. And I use those bird silhouettes to just add some more detail. I like the gold, it's very elegant. I think this would be a nice sympathy design. All right. Then I'll show that Caribbean map with the stencil, the stamp, and the die. So I cut the actual scroll as the card base. I did layer up the compass, which I love the amount of detail you can get with that. And then, yes, it just opens like this. Then I did make quite a few books because, I don't know, I feel like this collection lends itself well to books because there are a few cover plates. The stamps are pretty large. So on this book, I did cut it down to make it a square size. And on it, I used the corners that come with the pop-up book. This brown, shiny diagonal stripe is that hot foil plate that I just showed. And then on top, I added the pirate ship from the Guiding Light stamp set. And then I, over that, added Let Your Light Shine. And then inside, I did the nautical hot foil badge. I hot foiled it with gold on craft cardstock. And then the shadow box inside, I used the different images from the set sail. No, sorry, this is the Guiding Light and the set sail stamp set. So great masculine card design. I personally struggle the most with masculine cards and sympathy designs, so I love that this collection can work for both those styles. All right, then I made an A7 pop-up box. This has been an oldie but goodie. I have not used the pop-up box in quite some time. This one, sorry, was actually made by my mom. And so if you're not familiar with the pop-up box, it just folds flat like this and fits in an A7 envelope. And then when your recipient takes it out, it pops out like a box. And then inside she added the pelican, the little message in a bottle, the grass, and the clouds. So those are from the Beach Essentials. And then even back there, there's a small gate, also from that Beach Essentials set. So it's a great filler piece to create a lot of different scenes with. I did make, or my mom also made a similar design, but instead of doing the ship inside the bottle, she did the message inside the bottle. So this die is what's included in the card kit. You can also buy it separately though. She also added the seagulls in this set, in this scene. Again, more clouds, the gate. And then this anchor is actually the freebie. I made a shaker card with that nautical badge again. It's just such a pretty, shiny card. It's always fun to make shaped cards. Here is another book. Again, using that slimline lighthouse on an A7 card, I just cut it off at the bottom and the door is slightly higher up, but still looks like a nice lighthouse. Added some clouds from the Beach Essentials. These are the bird silhouettes. And then inside, I did that beautiful Father's Day sentiment and the marlins. And here you can see how cool those marlins are. There is quite a few layers on these fish, but if you love paper piecing, I think you'll love the marlins. I added some waves to get the different levels of depth on the actual shadow box. I love the A7 pop-up book. You can use it for everything. Now I'm going to share the large anchor and the captain's wheel. Like I said, those I designed specifically for the pop-up stand, which is this bottom part here. It's another pop-up that we brought out in the last collection, and all three work well in this die. And it folds flat like this for mailing, and then it just pops up. You can also add a rubber band to the bottom if you want it to pop right out of the envelope. So the anchor folds like this for mailing. And then I use the nautical banners to go across each of those. I also use the little anchor freebie on the bottom, and on this pop-up stand I stamped the Caribbean map just with brown ink on craft cardstock, so you don't even have to color that map in. I think it would make a beautiful background stamp. And I love the hot foiling on these cards. They're super shiny. By the way, this red diagonal stripe I made again with this hot foil plate. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's one you might grab over and over again because it does make that subtle shine on your cards. So I used it here and on the bottom of this stand. I also used it on the bottom of this pop-up stand where I used the life preserver. So here you can see I used all three of the wheel, anchor, and life preserver with the nautical banners on them. I do wish I made this life preserver red because in my head I thought that they were blue, but when I went to look them up, they are indeed red. So, but still, it still turned out cute. Here are two more lighthouses. Like I said, I know it's kind of a simple die and you can only make lighthouses with it, but there's so many different kinds of lighthouses you can make because there's so many detail layering pieces included in the set. So on this one, I added our slimline cobblestone background so that it looked like there was a wall covering the lighthouse, which you typically see in like South Carolina. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea. I stamped a sentiment right on the white part of the stripe that says, "You always point me in the right direction." Again, perfect for thinking of you cards. Added more rocks to the bottom. And then on the back, I did Happy Father's Day. I did decorate the backs of each of these lighthouses, which might be overkill, but I just love how it turned out. So here's another one. This one I used the brick background, and I just did an all white lighthouse, which is nice. There's no stripes on this one. So I did put some extra windows to add a little more detail. Then I cut the birds from silver mirror cardstock. And then on the back, I stamped and white heat embossed some more sentiments. Let's see, I think all I have are a couple more books. So let's share another book. This one features the set sail and the guiding light 6x8 stamp sets with the A7 framed rope. I did do some vintage photo distress ink on the edges of both the die cut stamped images and my regular die cuts so that it has more of like a vintage masculine look to it. On this side, I left a blank space to add a message. The life preservers are from the set sail stamp set. Even these tiny little birds, which I thought were cute. And then the scene inside, I did some more waves. By the way, I don't have any waves. I really wish I brought waves out in this collection, but I kind of forgot about it. But what you can do, and I'll show in a video, you can use the underside of a cloud border to do wave borders. So I'll show that when I post this video tutorial up. This little ledge, or I guess like wooden post detail is from the Layering Pelican die set. I wish I would have added some seagulls to this. I think that would be really cute. Again, I added another nautical framed rope around the entire scene to kind of frame it in. And these books are just so cool. I think this is the one I'm going to give to my dad this year. All right, and then we have another boat. This one features the A2 porthole. Yeah, my mom made it so that it's magnetized so you can open and close it. I want to do a similar idea, but I cut the circle through the front of the book so that you can see the scene inside the card. I think that'd be a cool idea. She added some seagulls and then some more clouds. And then inside, here's that nautical rope again with the sailboat from the Message in a Bottle die set. And then all of these come from the Message in a Bottle die set and the little sailboat from the porthole. She made this like battleship scene with all the boats. I think that's really cool. Something I would not have thought of. And my mom likes more simplistic designs, so she doesn't really add anything to the frames. But I think that's what makes this really nice. And then she added Ahoy, which is that little freebie that you'll get if you spend $125 or more. So yes, I made a lot of books. I don't have as many card samples as I normally do, just because if you have the books, you know that they take a lot longer. It's almost like making 3 cards instead of 1. But I do have one more. This one features the A7 seashell cover plate. Again, this is my favorite die from the collection, and I am definitely going to use it again in an upcoming video. But I went with a girly card because after making all those masculine brown card designs, I was like, I need some pink. So I did that on the front cover. I like to make my covers more simple because I typically go all out on the inside scene, and this one features the Layering Pelicans. You can see that they're quite large. They fill an A7 card very nicely. I also used the little posts that they sit on. This is the grass from the Beach Essentials set. And then I use the individual seashells from the cover plate and just kind of tuck them throughout the scene. Then that gate from the Beach Essentials I added to the very back. And then on the side, I used the same cover plate, but I cut off the side seashells so that I have more opportunity to write a message. right, and then the last card is another old die set, but you know, it's always fun to use older pop-ups with newer product. So this is the slimline pop-up stand, so it folds flat like this and fits inside a 4x9 slimline envelope, and it pops up like this. And in it, I did some more waves, some clouds from the Beach Essentials set, and then the Marlins again. And I used some specialty cardstock on them to really make them shine. And then this is the Nautical Banner hot foil set. Like I said, you get those like punny related banners, but you also get the everyday use banners. So here's one that I added to the front of the box. I did find one more A7 pop-up stand. This one says seize the day. Remember that Captain's wheel has a couple different sentiments you can add to the wheel. So on this one I did seize the day. I added some gold pearls as the, I guess, screws inside the wheel. And then again, this one has the Caribbean map at the bottom that I stamped out, and then I just added Happy Father's Day to the bottom. And this one is not a four-sided pop-up stand like I did with these. This one is just a back-to-back design, so you can make it more simple if you want to. It still folds flat for mailing. So yeah, that officially finishes off the Set Sail Summer Collection. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Remember to let me know what your favorite product is, and then you'll enter yourself into the chance to win one of two $50 gift cards to Scrappy Tails. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.